Hi, this is Diana with DivineFractal.com, and today we're continuing with our beautiful story, The Sasquatch Message to Humanity, Conversations with Elder Kamooh. Chapter 3. As the strongest and most powerful psychic beings on this home planet, the task of my people was to defend as our younger brothers those of your people who had stayed truthful to the divine law, even from the ones among yours who posed a threat. For that reason, the fallen powers started waging a war of extermination on my people that has not yet ended to this day, except that it is being done in secret. Those events caused the separation of your people from my people. From there came the many accounts depicting us like dangerous cannibals, under which your people unfortunately too often know us. It is true that some of our species have attacked and killed, even eaten some of yours, and sometimes abducted individuals for attempts of contact, and even for interbreeding. But these individual actions cannot be taken out of context of the wars of resistance to the destruction of homelands, just like many of your tribal people have reacted to invasion when their very survival was threatened by enemies. But the truth is that many more of my species have been destroyed by human actions than we have ever hurt your people. Our total population has been reduced to a few thousand last survivors scattered around this home planet. To this day, most of us still die to human hands rather than to natural causes. Since this world has become hostile to us, we have chosen to reproduce as little as possible for safety. This modern humanity, which you call Homo sapiens, was encoded to be totally depending on external material support. With more rational minds and less spiritual empathy and sensibility, to serve the agenda of taking over all other life forms on this home planet for the sole interest of the lower lords, who set themselves as powers against the divine law. Today, my people represent the last and only species that your species has not yet dominated, but this submission from us will never happen. This is the reason why the lower lords and the powers they control have been trying to eliminate my people. When the new Atlantean race conquered the world, they exterminated systematically not only all of my people they could find, but also the largest part of your Lemurian ancestry, except for a few remote tribal populations. As this modified and reprogrammed humanity invaded all parts of the world, the last survivors of my people, in order to assure our survival, had to keep moving further and further away from the threat into the most remote wilderness and places where your species can hardly reach, including the network of deep caves in the underworld with some of your Lemurian ancestors. But even there, we have been hunted down by the powers of the lower lords. Nowhere is left safe. Eventually, ages later, they succeeded in destroying the whole continent of Lemuria, mainly through geothermal explosions. So my people disappeared from your official stories, books, and collective memory. Tribal cultures that have kept living with the wilderness and maintained their spiritual abilities could still see us. But after time, even your tribal people slowly lost their psychic powers and their ability to communicate with us, being entrapped with the whole planet in the power grid of the lower lords, except for a few seers who also ended up being rare. So the communication between my people and yours got almost completely lost in the last few of your generations. We are now known mainly through legends, and often depicting the worst parts of our history and behaviors. Most of your people stop believing in our existence, and we are usually met by fear from the ones who learn about us. Because of this separation, we have been forced to stay away from your people, and must often play the card of frightening away unwelcomed intruders who are not ready to communicate with us for our own safety and survival. The new uncivilization that ruled your world has been banned from the Star Council, which left from our home planet until a later evolutionary leap. Those same powers serving the lower lords are still keeping this earth enslaved today through a combination of means, including control of the information, mind programming, staged events, and a series of advanced technologies. They want you to forget how they took over the control of your home planet and destiny through illegitimate means, and have kept your people enslaved, making you more and more depending on new technologies. They want you to forget the divine law and cosmic order that we have protected with our star ancestors, with whom we have kept in contact. As a proof of their dominion, the lower lords want you to keep destroying our home planet, which is not their home, and that they have invaded for their own selfish interests and powers. Since they have laid the basis and frames of your known civilizations, and have set the stage for most major events influencing your collective consciousness and destiny, to push forward their agenda of global control, all of your people have fallen under their material and psychic enslavement to some extent and level. None has been left untouched by their detrimental influence. My people are seeking those among yours who are willing and able to help us in making peace again between elder and younger brothers, and in joining again together in our long-time common mission to free our home planet from the grip and grid of the lower lords. Our common goal, which is also our ultimate responsibility and duty, is to realign our planetary soul and civilization with the divine law and cosmic order, in order to again take righteously our place within the circle of the Star Council. This is the end of Chapter 3. Come back soon for Chapter 4. This is Diana for DivineFractal.com. And until next time, please remember, be fearless, fill your heart with love, and create art. Love you guys.